there are so many people in this area that need to hear about send-out cards. They're gonna have to hear it from someone. I mean, there's people in St. Augustine, there's people in Palm Coast, there's people up in Jacksonville that have not heard of send-out cards. And if you go around just talking about the presentation, the value of send-out cards and all that, you're gonna fail miserably. You know, people want to follow you and they want to follow a plan. They want to know what you're doing and they want to know how you're doing it and why you're doing it. And so long as you're leading with that plan, you're going to have a lot more success. In other words, I like to tell people about why I do stuff, how, you know, my kids, and I tell them a little history about, you know, where I've worked before. People like to hear that. They like to hear the why more than they like to hear what it is that you do. I mean, yeah, there are some people that love send-out cards and they'll jump into it, but really they're following you and they're saying, wow, this guy is going somewhere and I want to go with him. And that's what I try to convey across everywhere I go when I meet people. You know, network marketing is, everyone knows what network marketing is. You're either with a positive blueprint or you have a negative blueprint. I'm finding more and more people have a pretty decent blueprint of multi-level marketing. I would say that they all have one thing in common. If they know MLM, because I love asking people, what do you know about multi-level marketing? Or if they make a point that they know about it, I'll say, that's an open door to say, hey, tell me more about it. Tell me your experiences. Tell me what you know about MLM. And they'll sit there and they'll tell you the companies that they joined, the problems that they've had, or, you know, or their concern. But I always also say that everyone who knows MLM knows one thing. There's big money. You can make big money in multi-level marketing. That's why we've all tried it. We've all tried MLM at one point or another because we know there is big time money if you do it right. So when you tap into that psyche of that person that, hey, you did it before because you like money, right? Well, let me show you what we're doing. And then you start showing them the money in send-out cards or the money in your program, they're going to resonate to that a lot more, okay? But again, I'm doing this all day long. So now, let me just use an example, even on Facebook, how I do this, okay? Now think about this now when you're on Facebook, because we all go on Facebook and we all like to tell people about send-out cards, right? Well, when I go on Facebook, I'm starting off at the greeting. And I'm usually talking to people on Facebook about what they do. If they're photography business, or I saw them post something, and I'm engaging them in the greeting. And then what am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for if someone's going to be responsive or not. I can sit there on Facebook, not leave my house, and make money. Because I'm just going to stick to the greeting, and then I'm going to just gauge, does this person want to engage or not? Do they want to talk? And then if they're chatting with me now on Facebook, I run across to their About Us page. I see some of their most recent posts, get to know them a little better, and then I'll stick in the greeting. I might ask them questions that they resonate with. Hey, if they live on the beach, I might ask them something about the beach. If they're posting snow pictures, I might ask them something about snow. And all I'm doing is greeting, right? The qualifier in Facebook would be, hey, I see that you do photography. Do you keep your options open to making money above what you do? Or I might say, how long have you been doing photography? How long have you been an entrepreneur? That's a qualifier, right? How old are you? Have you ever owned a business before? Those are all qualifiers that you're getting to get to know the person a little better after the greeting. And I know when I'm going to the qualifier. I know when I'm done with the greeting, and then I know when my qualifiers start coming. They don't know. But then I start on Facebook with the qualifiers, and then I'll hit them because I need their address, because normally they don't have an address on Facebook, right? So I'm trying to get the address. I'm trying to get them to let me send them some information. So then after I'm greeting and qualifying, I might be on Facebook and say, hey, look, I got something that is a perfect fit for your photography business in terms of following up and in terms of going after your prospects. Let me send some information in the mail about it. What's your P.O. box? I love asking what's your P.O. box, because a lot of people don't have a P.O. box, but they know what I'm asking for. And that confusion, a lot of them just say, here, yeah, you can send me something, and they'll give me their address. But you can literally do that on Facebook all day long, okay? So again, I'm not there posting links about look at me or look at my video, or I'm not doing that. I'm just spending my time doing this. And who cares if they give me their address or not? But I guarantee you that if I do it enough, I'm going to get addresses. And if I challenge you, Gina, to sit there and not leave, you're not going to have dinner until you give me somebody to give you their address. If I challenge you that way, you will be able to do it. But if you focus off the presentation and off of send-out cards and just focus on this, you'll do it a lot better, even on Facebook. And then once I have their information, the rest is simple. I'm going to record them. Sending is easy because now you have their Facebook. They have pictures there. They have everything they do, stuff that they like. I mean, Facebook has made it to me easy because they're not going to post pictures that they don't like. So these two steps fall right in play. And then if I'm checking them off, putting their name down, writing a little note that I got them from Facebook and whatnot, now the invitation is done on Facebook too. So now you log on and say, wow, that girl Maria, I had her on Facebook. I sent her a card. Let me see if she's online. Oh, I see her on Facebook. So now I'm in the invite stage. I know exactly where I am. And I'm going to tell her, hey, Maria, did you get my card? Hey, Luis, wow, how'd you do that? You know, and then I have that. Now I know that I'm in the invitation. I just want to get to the presentation. So I can sit there literally with 10, 12, 30 Facebook people on my pipeline and never leave my house if I did them in this fashion. And then the invitation, the presentation, I've done more presentations by phone than I've done in person. I've signed up more people that I've never met that I've signed up that I've met personally. In fact, I built my whole entire organization on the phones. So I can do a presentation on the phone. I know I can because we have videos. We don't have a product that needs to rub or digest or anything like that. So the presentation is cool. Are you in front of your computer? And when I set the invitation, I'm going to say, hey, look, I'm going to need you in front of your computer for 20 to 30 minutes. I'll lay this out for you. You'll know right away if this is right or not. Set the appointment, and now I'm with you. You're in front of your computer. I know where to send you. I have my website. I have those quick links that I always talk about that I can go to 321 Red, 321 Bridge, 321 Revolution, 321 Look, 321Vision.com. All of these are videos that they can access. So I'm going to go, hey, Stefan, how you doing? Listen, it's Luis. We had an appointment for 2. All right, cool, Luis. Hey, are you in front of your computer? Great. Listen, go to this. Go pop it open and go to 321red, red.com. Let me know when you get there. A video should pop up. And then, yeah, I see it. Okay, go ahead and press play. It's going to be a 5-minute video, and I'm going to sit right here until it's done. And now they're watching the video, and I'm on the phone. That's how I did it. I've done that while entertaining people at my house, literally. And now I have you doing looking at videos, and I have you doing gift accounts, and I'm sitting there cooking for a party at my house. I've literally done that. So again, it seems a lot easier now to do the presentation, but I know how to do phone presentations, and we'll cover that, how to do those. But one thing that's important, and I'm not going to cover the rest of these so you know what they are. One thing that's important is that you find where you're comfortable with. At me, it was I had to do it in the mountains. That's the way I did it. Gina, you might have a lot of people at working that you're working with. So now at work, how do you do it now? You know, well, just do the 3 steps at work. So if you're at lunch with a friend, you can say, hey, you know, how long you been working here? Or hey, do you plan on working here for the rest of your life? Do you keep your options open now that you have a stable job? Do you make any investments? You know, and then you're gauging them during lunch. And then at all costs, don't do the presentation and don't reveal what you're doing. Just gauge the people. So all you're doing is gauging. I know, Jerry, you're getting a lot better at it. You're just talking to people and engaging them. Again, I want your address. That's it. I just want your address. So once you get the address, the fun starts, right? If I can't get your address, guess what? You're probably never going to give it to me. You're not open to the opportunity anyways, or the product. So I don't have to go far if I don't have to be presenting to people that I have no business presenting to. In other words, everyone that I present send-out cards to has gone through the process and are ready to look at it. I'm not shoving anything down anybody's throat. You follow me? Mm-hmm.